I love how people are anti-racist, but as soon as it's regarding racism towards Asians, it's disgustingly normalized.
I'm glad you're watching. Thank you for tuning in. I came across this video on TikTok where there's so many opinions. Yes, it's so viral, and so many people are speaking of how people are anti-racist. But when it is addressed, it is towards Asian, people seem to overlook it. So it's looked at as racism whenever it's indulging the black. But right now, Asian are being victimized, and nobody. Yeah, they're victim of it, and nobody seems to see it as racism, and they expect them to take it as a joke. So leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share the video, and also subscribe and say no to racism as we journey to saying no to racism. Though I'm realizing it's something that is with us, and I don't know how it will come to an end. Who knows? Maybe you might make that difference through your thoughts on this. Thank you for tuning in. Let you enjoy the rest of the video.
How would you feel if someone did this to you, especially unprovoked and while you were minding your own business?
Yeah? I look like this? I look like that? Really? That's how I look? Like this? Show me? Oh.
You see how weird this is?
Does that hurt your feelings?
Does it? Does it hurt your feelings? So I want you to think about this the next time you hear that it's not racist or hurtful. Yes, it's racist.
I love how people are anti-racist, but as soon as it's regarding racism towards Asians, it's disgustingly normalized. I see videos of people mocking Asians or just being full-on racist towards Asians. I see people in the streets of New York City literally harassing and being racist to Asian people, especially the elderly. And what's even more disheartening is that the comments that are left on these posts are people laughing, mocking, or telling Asians to get over it. The fact that the C slur is still commonly used is just mind-blowing. But anyways, yeah, if you are going to be preaching about how you are anti-racism, please include Asians in that.
As many of you know, or for those who don't know, the hate crimes against Asians and Asian American communities is on a rise right now in the U.S. due to racism stemming from the COVID virus and xenophobia. They are being chased home, repeatedly called slurs, beaten, and even murdered in the streets. We need to help put a stop to this. To help, you can go to standagainsthatred.org, which is an Asian American organization founded to help fight anti-Asian hate crimes. We all
also
need to
came
do our
across
part
this
and
video
contribute.
where this Asian was silenced when just trying to explain that sometimes black people can be racist. So I'll let you listen to what she has to say.
I can't just yell. I came to this country 5 years ago when I was 15, alone, to a boarding school in Pennsylvania. And what I heard all is, if you don't speak English, go home. If you don't speak English good enough, go home. I don't date Asians, and I'd like to have sex with a girl from all the continents. That's why I want to date you. And while I was walking down the street from my high school to Walgreens, I was walking with 3 of my friends from both China and Taiwan. And suddenly, when we were walking, the green light was on, and when we were crossing the crosswalk, there is a car just rushed through us, driven by an African American, shouting that go back to your home, like go back from where you are from.
I'm done with you Asians who think having a race war with the black community is in our favor. No, it fucking is not. And y'all always want to bring up black people attacking Asians during the post-COVID era, which has happened a few times, but guess what, bitch? There are gonna be bad people in every race. Remember, anti-Asian is always rooted in white supremacy, but a person of any race can be influenced by white supremacy. So those black people that attacked us were subscribing to the white supremacist narrative that Asians caused COVID. And if you blame black people as a whole for the anti-Asian hate crimes, you are subscribing to the white supremacist narrative that black people are inherently aggressive. And y'all Asians who are like, why aren't black people standing with us? And y'all Asians who are like, why aren't black people standing with us? Bitch, be grateful because they've always stood with us. Frederick Douglass in 1882 made the time to openly denounce the Chinese Exclusion Act while the black community was going through so much, such as rampant lynchings against them. They worked hand in hand with us to free the Japanese people in the internment camps in 1942. And we directly benefited from black-led civil rights movements every single time. So stop blaming and demanding things from them and unlearn your anti-blackness first.
I can always tell how extreme anti-Asian racism is, specifically xenophobia, by how casual, anticipatory, and reactive it is. People can't wait to release their anti-Asian racism. They can't wait. I might be talking about something oppressive happening in the US, and their first response out of their mouth is, "Isn't that happening in China too?" Meanwhile, nowhere in there at all did I mention China. It had nothing to do with China at all. But there it is, exposing yourself, the xenophobia overflowing, at ready, already in your mind always. People are just wearing their violent anti-Asian racism on their sleeves, and they don't hesitate to show it or express it at every possible opportunity. It is neither subtle nor harmless, nor is it limited to just the conservative right. The insidious work of anti-Asian bias is so widely planted everywhere. So try to notice it everywhere, because it is everywhere. Don't let it go unnamed. Don't let it go unaddressed. Don't let it spread and multiply. Don't let it poison everything it touches, including you. Never just observe racism, always uproot it too.
Racism against South Asians is normalized to the point where if we speak up about it, it just means we're soft and can't take jokes. It's always going to be racist until it's about us. That's just how society is. And I beautifully proved this double standard by going out and painting myself as a villain. I went out and stitched videos where people were being racist to South Asians, but I gave them the same energy back. This in turn resulted in people being mad at my videos. They found fault in my videos because I was being racist. So where was this thought process when you guys saw the first video about us? Hello? But of course, like I said before, we can't forget, it's not racist when it comes to us. It's just a joke. Yes, I know what I've said in those videos where I stitch people is wrong and it's terrible and it's outrageous. And it's not actually who I am. But how else am I going to prove a double standard without doing the same thing and getting a different result? So, I'd like to apologize about my remarks regarding a certain group of people, only and only if you aren't racist to South Asians. Because if you are, I don't regret a thing I said. And on that note, stay safe guys, I love y'all. And yep, I'm going to tone down my videos a little because I have proved my point. There is a double standard, there is hypocrisy, there's a lot of stuff regarding racism towards us. So, thank you.
So I keep getting people coming to my page and telling me that I need to stop talking about the history of Asian American racism and discrimination because it's bringing them down. That I'm continuing to perpetuate racism by speaking up. My friends, ignoring the issue does not make the issue go away. I'm not going to stop educating people about the history that we didn't learn in school, and I'm not going to stop speaking up against injustice that continues to affect my community to this day. Also, to the people that keep telling me to go back to my home country of China to fix the issues there, I'm Japanese. I've lived in the US since I was 2 years old. This is my country. Y'all need to check your own racial bias, okay?
I'm sure many of you have seen the discussions that have been taking place on TikTok and other social media platforms regarding normalized racism towards Asians in the US. There's something going on within these discussions that really bothers me, so I'm just gonna put in my 2 cents. I have yet to see a video discussing normalized racism towards Asians in the US that does not centralize around the East Asian experience. It baffles me that we can have this conversation without regarding the fact that our South Asian family gets called terrorists on a daily basis, when their religion is constantly disrespected and appropriated. And let's not forget, you only want to talk about Southeast Asian issues when an elderly man gets slashed in the face. The last thing I'm trying to do is pin our community against each other, but we need to hold each other accountable, that we perpetuate the stereotype that the only legitimate Asian are East Asians. If we're trying to create a movement within our community, we actually have to be one.
I'm so glad you tuned in. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly like, subscribe, share the video. Also, do not forget to click that notification bell so that you get notified whenever we have a new video. Also, be the change that we need. Thank you.